Good morning, football and FPL lovers. Welcome to another episode of Caribbean FPL Baby. My name is CJ, and what a week it has been. I tried dropping this video for you guys yesterday, but I wasn't feeling 100. Today, I'm feeling a little better, so I figure I might as well. So really some exciting topics for you today. If you enjoyed, please drop a like on the video. If you don't enjoy it, still drop a like on the video and drop your issues in the comments. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so on today's video we're going to be discussing postponed games. There's lots of them coming. Antonio's form, free hit team, value for money, and last but not least, just giving you like a team review of what happened this week and also a team selection heading into game week 18. Alright guys, so as it stands right now, these are the current games that have officially been postponed. That includes Everton versus Leicester, Manchester United versus Brighton, Southampton versus Brentford, Watford versus Crystal Palace, and West Ham versus Norwich. Just bear in mind there could be further last minute cancellations as we saw this week with Tottenham. But for now, these are the teams that are definitely going to have like a double game week sometime in the future. Also, in regards to African Cup of Nations on January the 9th, the view right now is that they're prepared to carry on with or without their European-based players. And this could actually be a good thing for the Premier League, as you know that these players would actually be fit and healthy at their current clubs. Alright, moving on to Antonio. So before this game was cancelled against Norwich, it was kind of a difficult situation saying Antonio's going to be playing Norwich. It's a chance for him to catch his form. But in the back of my mind, what I'm thinking is that he's only had one shot on target in 8 games, and that's just like a crazy stat for a striker. One shot on target in 8 games, that's just like, unacceptable, I believe. So I got him out of my team last week, and I'm not looking at bringing him anytime soon. So I think he hasn't proven himself. He hasn't been consistent based on what he provided at the start of the season. So anyone looking to move on from Antonio, I wouldn't blame you. Also, guys, I know some of you might be considering using your free hit. It's not a bad time to use it if you really need it. So I decided to make a free hit team. Just want to give you guys 2 pieces of advice before you make that free hit, because once you activate it, you can't deactivate it. So my first piece of advice is wait for the press conferences before making any moves, because you never know if a match is going to get cancelled. So just wait. And the second piece of advice is that every FPL player is going through the same situation with only 5 games being played this weekend. So you don't want to take hits like negative points unless it's absolutely necessary. I also decided to do a team that's under $100 million, so everyone would be able to relate to it. And in that team, I tried to get as much bench depth as possible, because I think you need it, just in case 1 or 2 players miss out for whatever reason, whether it be injury or COVID. Situation right now is, you guys know. So anyway, I'm just gonna go into the team really quick, just run through it. Alright guys, as I mentioned, I tried to get a team that everybody could relate to. For all you guys out there thinking about a free hit, this is the team that I would choose if I had to choose a free hit team right now. The options are very limited because there are only 5 games this weekend. So I would go with Ramsdale in goal, Dubravka as a second option just in case Ramsdale doesn't start, but you could always go with a $3.9 million keeper that doesn't start and just use that 0.5 difference to allocate elsewhere. We went with a strong backline which included Trent Alexander-Arnold, Cancelo, Rudiger, White and Cash. Some familiar names in midfield: Mount, Salah, of course, Foden. And I snuck in Ramsey there because I was very impressed with his performance, linking up with Ollie Watkins. Also, I snuck in Martinelli because I think he's flying under the radar. He's very low in ownership and he's been very impressive over the last 3 games. So I decided to stick him in there. Watkins because not many options in strikers, but definitely worth every single penny right now. Ollie Watkins giving me 2 returns, so happy about this. We have Saint Maximin, which will most likely be one of your bench players. Not expecting him to get too much against Manchester City, and Gerrard also a bench player. But with this free hit team, you're actually fielding 15 players. So just in case like one of your players doesn't play for any reason, then you have some bench depth, which is very important given like, you know, the current circumstances with the COVID, and sometimes you get like games cancelled like within hours of this game starting. So that's just something to think about just in case you guys are looking at doing a free hit. Definitely excited with my team's performance. It was absolutely ecstatic. Thankfully, I captained Trent Alexander-Arnold, whose last-minute rocket past the goalkeeper was the difference in winning me the cup. I try to do differential captain, sometimes take a little risk, not too much, because I know over 50% every week they're going to captain Salah. And it is a very, very smart decision, but I try to just go against the grain and see if, you know, I could get an advantage. And Trent has paid off for me 2 weeks, so I'm definitely happy about that performance. Bernardo Silva pulling the Havertz on us. Every single player that touched that field got points except Bernardo. Yeah, so seeing Bernardo Silva go off at halftime was definitely a tough pill to swallow, because I think the second lowest points after Bernardo's 1 was Rodrigo, probably with 4 points, and that's Rodrigo. So yeah, but I'm still going to hold him for the future. Next week, Pep did say that there was a little niggle, so I wouldn't advise going for him. But if you already have him in your team, it doesn't make sense to get rid of him. I think it was just a precautionary measure that Guardiola took by removing him when they were already 3 goals up. So this is not set in concrete. As I said, guys, wait for the press conference to hear what they're saying. I'm going to look at the press conference right after this video, probably like within the next hour or 2. So as I mentioned earlier, Trent did come through in the last minutes to do the business, getting all 3 points and, you know, getting the 11 points, which really made a difference. As you could see, I only won by 5 points. It wasn't easy. It was like nerve-wracking the entire time, but just happy that I made it on to the next round. And I'm definitely not taking any hits because I just saw the team that my opponent has, and basically he scored like 30 points and he's missing like his entire starting 11. So I wouldn't like, you know, give myself a negative to try and fix my team. So this is the opposition for this week. Another Captain Salah team. Let's see how it goes this week. I'm not sure who's going to get the captain armband as yet. Maybe I keep it on Trent. However, I'm only going to make 1 substitution when it comes to my side. Now that I'm looking at this side, also his bench, there's 4 inactive players, so there's no reason to take a negative. I'm probably just going to get a goalkeeper in my team. I'll have to get a goalkeeper that's worth 4.8 or less because I have no goalkeeper to play this weekend. So most likely I'm going to go for Dubravka. So yeah, I think that's going to be enough to get me through another round, but let's see. So I'm just going to put my team for the next week. I'm trying to see if I'm going to be able to select a captain immediately. So let's just get it up. So I'm only gonna make one transfer just to have like a keeper that's starting. So Gaita's gonna see his way out of my team while Dubravka's in. It's gonna be against Manchester City, so definitely it's not gonna be a walk in the park. But hopefully I could get like 2 points. 2 points is better than 0. So this is what my starting 11 is going to look like with Dubravka now into the play. Watkin gets the armband. I was really impressed with his performance. He gets the armband at home against Burnley. And Trent gets the vice captain, a Wolvie vice captain, just in case Watkins misses this game. Okay guys, so as you could see, more green arrows. I'm definitely very excited about this. It's like the third week in a row that we're seeing like, consistent growth. And we're taking it as it comes because you know how it goes with FPL. So definitely we're moving in the right direction. So thank you so much guys for your time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share it with a friend. And until probably Monday, I think Monday is going to be our next stream. Just to keep up with what's happening on the week games. So thank you so much for your time guys, really appreciate it, and all the best. Caribbean Babies out. Ciao.